In this clip, we will find the notes for the C major 5-finger position, learn to play warm-up on page 8 of our textbook, and process notes using steps, skips, and sames. Well, I hope you have been drilling the different white key names by playing each one up and down the keyboard, as we learned in one of our lessons, and you're getting really good at your white key names. Now, from that collection of keys, let's find the notes for the C major 5-finger position. Calling it C means that both hands will make C the starting note. Major indicates a bright, joyous sound, as opposed to minor, which is darker and more sad and sober sounding. 5-finger means that all 5 fingers in both hands will be playing. And a position means the specific groups of keys that you will play on. So 5-finger position. Let's find that C position now. I want you to locate C, D, E, F, and G with your right thumb beginning on middle C. And we're simply using 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Try to use a cupped hand position. This is the most natural way to hold your hands. Let's practice playing those notes using 1 through 5 going up, starting on 5, and going back down 4, 3. And we can make up some different patterns with just some random fingers. 1, 1, 5, 5, 3, 4, 5, and you can play that back. And something like 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play that back. Very good. Now practice taking your right hand on and off the keyboard. So you might want to put it on and take it off, and put it on and take it off. Once more on and then off again. And this will give you a security in finding that position. Now, let's do the same with the left hand, starting 1 octave below middle C. Of course, an octave is the distance of, you can think of an octopus in the ocean. How many arms? Of course, 8. So that number 8 is oct. We're going to count down from middle C 8 notes to find the octave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 octave below middle C gets us to a low C. Now we want to take C, D, E, F, and G for the left hand as well. And this time we are starting on 5, our pinky, and then 4, 3, 2, 1 follow. And you want to just play that series of notes. Practice taking your left hand on and off the keys also, and see if you're secure in coming back to that position. And that would look something like this. And we also want to play a little pattern. Why don't we start with 5 and play 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start on 1 and reverse that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can make up a little pattern, something like 5, 5, 1, 1, 3, 2, and you can play that back. And maybe 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 5, 5, and play that back. Okay, fantastic. Now we want to practice getting both hands also into position for the C major 5-finger pattern. So we want both hands again to find C through G in the right, C through G in the left, And remember, starting finger in the right is 1, and the left it is 5. And so again, we want to go back and forth with the hands, taking them off and on, off and on, off and on. All right, very nice. Now, once your hands are in the C position, you can start to play. But first, there are some basic principles about the way notes move in a melody or a tune, the part of music that you can sing or hum. So notes can move 3 ways. We'll wait for the camera to focus. They can move up or down, or they can stay the same. Notes can also move, or music can move, by step, by skip, or it can stay the same. All right, let's start with steps. A step moves from one key to the very next and from one finger to the very next. Steps can move up and down. For example, if you'll put your right hand up in the air and wiggle 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and 4 and 5. Now, let's try it on the keyboard, putting your hand back onto the C position, and you want to play C with your thumb, and if you go up a step, you will play to 2, up a step, now you're on 3, up a step, you want to go to 4, back down a step, you're on 3, down a step, you're on 2, and down a step, you're back on 1 on C. There's a little piece that we're going to play that uses plenty of steps. It's called the Ode to Joy. Notice how it goes finger to finger in steps. Many steps make up that little piece. Now, let's move back over and find out another way to play. And let's add skips. A skip skips a finger and skips a key. So raise your hands in the air. If you wiggle from 1 to 3, you're skipping finger 2. Now wiggle 2 to 4 and skip 3, and wiggle 3 to 5, and you're skipping 4. Skips can also go up or down. If you go backwards, you'll go 5 to 3, 4 to 2, and 3 to 1. Let's try playing skips on the keyboard. So put your hand back, your thumb on middle C in the right hand, and you want to play 1, and play up a skip, you're on 3. Down a step, you're on 2. Up a skip, you're on 4. Down a step, 3. Up a skip, 5. Down a skip, 3. And down a skip, 1. Here's a little piece that uses mainly skips. And notice I'm skipping from key to key and skipping fingers a lot. Finally, we have something called same. So our last way to move here is going to be same plays the same finger or the same key twice in a row. So if you hold up your hands, we would go 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, or 5 5. And so sames are simply repeating the same finger twice. Let's look at it on the keyboard. So with your right thumb on middle C, 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, and 5 5. Here's a little piece that uses mainly sames. And there you go. So this shows us how fingers and notes can move in music. Steps, skips, and sames. Now, these distances between fingers and keys, step, skip, sames, are called intervals. An interval is a distance. You might think in terms of an interval as in swimming 100 yards. That's a distance. Or an interval of time, measuring a space of 5 or 10 minutes. That's a distance. Let's put all these musical intervals together in one massive drill. Put your thumb on middle C, and we're going to combine our steps and skips and sames. Play your thumb on C. Let's play up a step, up a step, up a skip, down a step, down a skip, up a step, same, and down a skip. Thinking in terms of steps, skips, and sames, in other words, intervals, and the way notes move on the keyboard, whether they move up or down or stay the same, that's the very best way to play until you know the note names. Practice your steps, skips, and sames.